Right, here's the end piece, which I basically cut off. This bit of pipe here, I want to try and cut. I've started making a cut down there, but the tools I was using weren't very good, so I'm going to swap out the heads and try again. But that's what it looks like inside the end part of the can. Also, I've got to hammer this, dress this back, and then see about where we're attaching it. Right, some success. Right, basically because of the size of the blade of this system, which is the Dremel system, I couldn't get it to the original cut because the blades of the original machine I was using, which was a Clark's machine, were about half the size of these, but they were made out of like very flimsy material, which literally just shattered. And I went through a whole like packet of that as you come with the box. So that was the original cut I done now. But obviously because I couldn't get this disc in, I had to start cutting from out here and working my way around the outside as much as possible, and then I had to go inside. Obviously the disc's worn down now, so I can actually get it inside the pipe. So what I did is I zipped off the first outside bit, which left me with this bit. So I was able to come in here and actually start the cut to reopen up the original cut, and I'll just work my way around. Now I'm just on the last little bit, so let's just turn this thing on. It's also important to have your machine on basically as fast as possible, because it does help, otherwise the blade just gets stuck. That's as much as I dare go with that. Right. Here we go. And that's what we've left with. So the back plate is the depth of that screwdriver, really. And I mean, I could cut more of this. I'll have a look at it. I might cut it to that shoulder there. I'll have a look. Right, that's it from now. The idea now is to basically dress these down, take the exhaust off the bike, and fit a plate inside the exhaust with a couple of bolt holes, and then same here. Then redress these two surfaces, paint them, because obviously they're going to be exposed metal, and then re-butt them together and fix all in place. So that's the plan. Let's see how we get on. Alright, just a quick update on the exhaust. Well, that is the what it looks like, the back of the exhaust. And here's the end cone, which I've managed to separate from this part, which goes inside. So it was basically fixed here, so I had to do so much messing about to get this off, but I managed to separate it. Now my plan is I'm cutting all this whole shoulder off all the way around, and this cone then I'm going to fit it in here. It's going to fit inside there, and I'm thinking now I'm going to pop rivet it, fix it all the way around, and then what I'm going to do is, before I do that, I'm going to take out a lot of this, all this wadding as much as I can, and I'm going to crush this edge down to make it smaller, and then this one I'm going to basically hammer over the top of it, and then probably plug weld it all the way around. Now then it's going to look, it's going to rust and it's going to corrode. So I might just put a band round and spray it, or black, or spray it silver, or I might wrap it. I don't know yet, but we'll wait and see. So that's where we're up to so far. I'm sort of making up as I go along, to be honest with you, but there we go. Right, this bit I've got managed to hammer in and fit into here, and it goes in there as far as an inch because there's a shoulder in there all the way around. I've scratched it on here, so basically ½ inch in I'll drill holes for pop rivets. I'll pop rivet the whole thing fixed in now, and then we'll see where we're at. Well, here we are, quick update. I've now pop riveted this back section in, and I've shone the light up the exhaust, and there's no light coming out there, so I've got quite a good seal all the way around. I've had to go and get a new pop riveter because this one broke on me. I've got the final couple of pop rivets, so I'm going to bin. I'm using quite big pop rivets, and even this one is struggling to actually, I mean, I've had to lean the jaws, the actual arms, against the bench to try and actually snap them off, because it's, anyway, right. The next stage is, this is the end cone. I'm going to slide it on over these pop rivets, but first of all what I'm going to do is I'm going to dress the edge, because it's all higgle, you know, it's quite badly cut. So I've also hammered it out, any little pin marks there where I've actually tried to stretch it. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to dress this, wrap some cardboard around it to make a nice straight line, cut it, and then I'm going to cut a seam. This is the underside of the exhaust, so basically between here and here, I'm just going to cut that straight up there, or up a little bit, and then that will allow this to flare out a little bit. Then basically hammer it over, and then a couple of pop rivets around the back where this is not seen, and we should be there. But what I'm going to do as well is mask off and spray, probably I've got some chrome spray, just a band, because obviously this edge here is basically raw, so that will basically just rust. So I'll tape it off, and a bit of primer first, just on the edge really, just to have a very thin line. I've got some chrome spray somewhere, but it's not going to look chrome, it's just basically shiny silver, isn't it? So we'll see what that is, how it looks. So that's it for now. Alright, there you go. I've got it on. I've got to split it there. That's how far away the cone bit is split to actually get it on. I pop riveted in a couple of places just to hold it in place, as you can see there, and then I basically welded it up. Now my welding is obviously not the best, but I've this is the part that gets seen, so I've flattened it down, welded it, flattened it down a few times. There it goes a bit rough there around the back. Right, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to tape it off. I'm going to rough it up, you know, in between the tape, and then I'm going to basically spray that. Now, I don't know if I'm going to spray it black to make a point of it, or I've got some chrome spray, but I'm going to paint it with something anyway. Might have to go heat resistant, I don't know, because obviously it'll probably buckle off, but we'll see. So that's where we are. There you go. I painted it black to make it basically a feature, because it's you can tell it's welded. So that's it.